right, well, we'll get started with the straightforward question. How is everything in the Insomnium camp?
Well, I think everything is really, really fine. We're really happy with the album, and the reaction from the fans so far, from the media, is very good, and it is what I expected because I have a really good feeling about. I know it's a strong album. It sounds like Insomnium. Fans will not be disappointed. We have a new lyrics video coming out tomorrow from the longest song on the album, The Pale Morningstar, and then the album is coming next week, and then we have the shows starting, and the Finnish shows are already sold out, so 1 month in advance, so it looks really good, and we're in a good mood.
It's the busiest time, really, isn't it? The build to
It
the
is.
release of a new album. Is this something you enjoy, or are you just desperate now to get it out?
I enjoy it. I like to do the interview stuff and promoting the videos and stuff like that, and I kind of enjoy that. But yesterday, when I had actually time to sit down and write some new music, it was like, phew, this is what I really love to do. And so I'm happy when we get this all done and we can concentrate on making new songs and playing the live shows again. So that's the thing that we really, really love to do.
It's kind of like a train, really, taking off, getting faster and faster, and you're kind of waiting, I guess, to the station, which is the album release.
Yeah, that's true. And I think our train is just going faster and faster every year. But as long as it's fun, I will enjoy the ride.
Absolutely. So after such a unique proposition with Winter's Gate in 2016, is Heart Like a Grave back to basics for Insomnium? Just kind of like what felt right this time round?
Well, exactly. Winter's Gate was a great thing to do and a successful thing. Everybody liked it, but after we had played it live for 2 years, every show, we felt like, okay, now we'll want to do something more traditional again. Let's get back to the basic album form, and we just started making music. Everyone by themselves doing the demos, and what felt right, what felt natural, just the way we've always done things. We didn't take any pressure from what Winter's Gate was or how successful it was or what people would expect us to do. We just started making music, and this time it turned out to be like this.
You guys were playing Winter's Gate in full at shows as well. I don't want to say you were sick of it by the end, but you must have been looking forward to a break.
Yeah, that's the right way to put it. It was great to play it live, and I really love the album, and I also like to play it live. But after 2 years, when you play it at every show in full, you feel like we need a break from this. So maybe in 10 years we'll do an anniversary tour with Winter's Gate. But I think now when we tour with the new album, we're not going to play anything from the Winter's Gate. It doesn't. We feel that we want to play the whole thing, or nothing. There were some shows where we were the support band and we still had to promote Winter's Gate, so we played parts, but it didn't really feel good. So we would rather play the whole thing or than nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's interesting at the start you said that Insomnium fans are going to feel quite at home with this new album, because ultimately this is very, not a throwback, but it's an evolution of your sound while also sort of staying true to core roots. Would you say that's fair?
That's fair. And of course it's always balancing between you want to try something new and fresh and you don't want to repeat yourself, but still you want to keep that sound that people like, and what is recognizable and what is the core of Insomnium. And when you write new music, you of course think about those things all the time. And but it all comes from the heart and from the soul, and we really do what we want to do. And of course, it can happen sometimes that somebody points out that, okay, you've done this riff, but actually this sounds a bit too much like this riff here 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, you're right. Okay, we have to scrap that. So of course we monitor the situation, and we don't want to repeat ourselves. But you're right. It's a traditional Insomnium album in many ways. I think fans will find it homely and find it to sound like Insomnium, and that's the thing. Of course, we want to sound like Insomnium always.
Yeah, well, you want to be consistent as well. Is there a particular track in the album that you're most proud of? Personally, me, I'm glad you mentioned it already, but Pale Morning Star is absolutely incredible.
It is, and actually you're the third or fourth journalist in a row now that says that it's the favorite track.
Yeah.
And I would say it's also my favorite track. It's sort of like Winter's Gate in a compressed form. So same kind of vibe and atmosphere, but only 9 minutes. So it turned out to be really, really good. But it's a really strong package. That's why we have 10 songs and over an hour of music, because, okay, many people could say that you should leave 1 or 2 songs out. It's too long. But we wanted to have it like this. We felt it's a package like this, and we don't want to drop any of these songs out. And like we are happy with this product as it is. So I think we have 10 different songs, all great in a different way. There's the softer stuff and the hit songs, and then there's long progressive soundtrack vibe songs and everything in between. So all kind of stuff that we've used all the tricks we can do, I would say, with this album.
See, I find it quite interesting that you say, anyone will be saying to you, oh, it's too long, or you should drop this song or drop that song. If you feel it completes the album and this is the story you want to tell, then it has to be in.
It has to be, and we talked about it, that it's a long album. Nowadays, especially rarely bands make albums that are this long, but we already had this certain structure there and the song order that we were kind of used to when we were listening to the demo versions and everything, and in the end we wanted to stick with that. We felt like we don't want to take anything off, that it would kind of mess up the whole thing and order and balance, and we would need to rearrange everything. So we want it to be like this, and personally, I think if I like some band and they produce stuff that I love, the more the better. I don't mind listening to long albums at all. So I'm pretty sure that most fans are only happy that we have a lot of material, like over an hour of music this time.
Well, yeah, because it's not like you're not a pop band. You're not going to be releasing a new album in 6 months' time. Will be it for a while.
Yes, that's true. So it might be 3 years when we produce the next thing. So you're right about that.
So do you think you're at the best stage of your careers at the moment, or is Heart Like a Grave the best work you've done since the last one and the next one? Is that how you see it?
It's hard to say. I think we are in a very good shape right now. I think we are enjoying this. We are enjoying doing music and playing live, but still I feel that we're learning all the time. We are improving. We're getting better and better, and I would say we have the same passion and flame inside like 20 years ago for making music and doing this kind of stuff. So this is the time of our lives, I would say, and we are in a prime form right now, and I hope it will last and we will still develop in the future.
It was interesting you say that, because you say about still having the passion, the fire, because I was going to say you're a band synonymous with consistency when it comes to high quality releases, and it was why you think that is?
Well, we've always been kind of our own worst critics. That when you present the ideas to the other guys first, that's the toughest part. Which riff and which part will make it through that to the final stages. And so that can be frustrating at some point. You have some riff that you think this is great, but the other guys will say that's not good enough.
Okay.
And we've always done albums like this. And it can be frustrating, yeah, but everybody knows how it works. So it doesn't get personal. And in the end, it's only a good thing, because the final product will be something that we all can say that this is only good stuff here. Every single part is approved by everyone, and we like these. So it will produce consistent, good albums. So that's the way we've always done.
That makes sense if you all agree, and if I guess the audience and critics say, "Hey, we don't like it," you get to all look at each other and say, "Well, we all just decided that."
Exactly. That's their problem if they don't like it. Like, we are kind of selfish when we do music. We only try to please ourselves, and the guys in the band and ourselves. If we are happy with it, then that's good enough. And so far, we've been fortunate and lucky that other people like it as well. And with the new album, I see no reason why this wouldn't continue, because I have a good feeling about this album and how people will react when they hear it all.
Yeah. So you guys been doing this a while. You've witnessed so many changes within the music industry, yet you basically stayed relevant. Is there anything that you can put your finger on and say, well, that helped us?
That's a good question. The band is like 22 years old now. And the first album came in 2002.
Way before streaming and YouTube and all that.
Yes, way before that. There was MySpace period at some point, and then Facebook came, and YouTube and Spotify came, but we haven't really stressed out about those things. We've just concentrated on our stuff, doing music, playing good live shows, doing that what we can do as good as we can.
Yeah.
And that's why we've stayed around for so long, and we found that audience that likes us and follows us and supports us. And even though the record sales are not the same, like in general, I'm talking in general, what they were before, but still, like, our figures are only getting higher with every release. So we can hopefully keep on doing this in the future as well, and make a living with this still in the future. And that's the plan at this point.
Well, you're one of the most respected bands in the industry, but of course, you could never have envisioned where you'd be as a band back in '97. However, was there ever a point where you sat back and thought, wow, we're an internationally touring and successful band? Or has it always been about riding the waves and seeing what happens next?
Probably the latter. That, of course, there are times when you just sit down and think about what you have achieved. And here we are touring Japan and Australia and Canada and all these cool places, and you have a lot of followers all over the world, and basically we can go to any country and play a show and there will be people, and it will be good, and we have achieved all that. But it has happened so slowly that you get, you have a chance to get kind of used to it, and that's the new normal again. So, and I think it's only a good thing, because basically we're the same kind of down-to-earth guys as we were 20 years ago. long a long road to success. It's the key to staying sane in all this. Like if this would happen overnight when you are 20 years ago, you would probably just mess up with your mind, and bad things happen. We all know that. What happens to young kids when they become rock stars, just like that. But it has been a long, winding road for us. And,
but you must be satisfied you earned it then.
I'm very satisfied, and it feels that we have earned it, and we have really worked hard for all these years, and it hasn't always been easy. And there has been times when you are thinking about it, is there any point in doing this anymore? But we've gotten like past those difficult times and moments and kept on doing this, and at this point it feels really good. We're going up still, like it has been the feeling that we're always going higher and up, and so it feels exciting, and you want to see what's behind the next corner and where you can still go with this band. So these are good times.
Yeah, talking of good times then, you've already mentioned it, but this massive European tour throughout November and the beginning of December, you've already said you're looking forward to getting out on the road again. Is there anywhere specific you're excited to play, or is it just let's get out there?
I just want to go on that tour, and there are so many great cities there.
Yeah,
where we played great shows, and I know there's a great audience waiting there. We'll get totally bananas when we start playing. It will be great, and it's an awesome package with the Black Dahlia Murder and Stomach Night will be really, really crazy night every time. So I'm really looking forward to it, and it will be our biggest headliner tour for sure. I'm sure about it, so it will be really exciting to see.
Yeah, when I looked at it, I couldn't believe how many dates there were. It was an absolutely gargantuan tour.
Yeah, it's like 5 weeks, I think.
So, and then next year, in March, April 2020, you're doing dates in the US and Canada. Now, that's kind of a different beast. But is that something you relish, the touring of America and Canada?
Yeah, it's a different beast. But we've done it so many times that we know how you have to deal with touring there. It's different, but it can be fun. And of course, it's a bit more exotic than touring in Europe when you are so far away from home. But like the places are probably a bit smaller, and like they're a bit crappier. Like compared in Europe, we play quite nice big venues already. Yeah. But in USA, if you want to get a big nice venue, then it has to be like plus 1,000 capacity already. So kind of 500-600 capacity places are usually kind of shitty. But we know how it is. You can still have great shows there, and the audience is always good in USA.
Yeah,
and in Canada is even better. So it's different, but it's still fun, and that's why we keep on going there. Like there are not many Finnish bands who actually tour USA like that, but we do it almost every year. It works for us.
Good. So UK, obviously there's demand. Is there any plans in the work?
Yeah, we're kind of looking what Boris is doing now, and how it will affect us, because nobody knows.
Yeah.
But the plan is to come to UK next year. I can't reveal the dates or more than that, but there is a plan.
Yeah.
Already quite far, so I hope we can reveal the news pretty soon. But there should be more than just one. There are several shows.
Okay.
In the UK and Ireland as well. Hopefully, that's the plan. Hopefully, we can release the news soon, because we've always liked coming to UK because that's kind of the place where we started touring. 2005 and 2006 when we did the first real shows, we started in the UK. So we have a special relation with you guys, and also the smaller venues in the UK, they can be a little bit shitty, but it can still be fun, and the crowd is always good. And,
You're not wrong.
Yeah, but
sorry, go on.
but like last time we played in London, what is the venue? Islington Academy sold out 800 capacity. It was really, really good. But in smaller places, it can be a bit shitty. Like the environment, but the shows are good and the audience is great. No, we like to come there anywhere.
So when you look back on your 22 career at this stage, can you identify a moment or a specific thing where you feel the most proudest? What are you most proudest of?
Oh, that's a difficult one. But you still feel remember these certain moments that were kind of changed things. Like our first demo was reviewed in Terrorizer in 2001, and we got like 10 points, full points, and the reviewer said that it's the best demo ever. And we were like, wow,
yeah,
now rock stardom is here. But of course it wasn't yet, and it still took us 2 years before we got the recording deal. But it was a great moment that we were recognized like that. We were just a small unknown demo band at that point. But when Terrorizer said, oh, this is actually really, really good stuff, we were like, wow, well, we have to keep on doing this.
Yeah.
But of course, when we got the first record deal with Candlelight,
yep,
and later when we got a deal with Century Media, it was a really big thing, and things leaped forward. Of course, it's a much bigger label, and they can do more for you. So after that, it's been really, we're going up and up all the time. And there's a story there because first they said that they're actually not that interested really.
Oh.
So they kind of rejected us already at one point. But then Jens Prucher, who was the head of A&R at that time, he came to see our show in Germany, and after he saw us live, he wanted to sign us. And it was just a kind of lucky accident that he was there on that day. Things could have been really different otherwise, but he was there. He really loved us, what we were live, and he wanted to sign us. So kind of moment that changed a lot of things.
Yeah, it's so old school as well, the idea of an A&R man coming to see a show and being so impressed that he signs you. It
is.
Yeah.
But it actually happened, and so it's a good story.
It really is. So we'll wrap this up with one sort of final bucket list question. What is left for Insomnium to accomplish? Is there something on your bucket list as a band that you're like, we have to do that?
Well, we haven't yet been in South America. That's one thing. We were just in Mexico a couple of weeks ago for the first time, and all went well. And there are plans that we will try to get our asses to South America, hopefully next year, or later, but at some point. And that's one place we haven't conquered yet.
Yeah.
But of course, like everything can get still bigger. We have achieved this much, but there are things that we can still do. And but like personally, how I see things, I'm really happy with the way things are now. Like I can make a living with this. I'm having a good time. I'm doing what I love. I would like to keep things like this as long as possible. So I'm not sure if I can do this when I'm 60, but I will try. So that remains to be seen.
Well, it's the better way if the likes of Rob Halford and Ozzy Osbourne can be doing it in their 60s. There's no reason why you can't.
Exactly. And there's always good that there are some, like, our friend bands that are a little bit older, like Amorphis or Drug Tranquility and the Paradise Lost guys as well, that you can see that, okay, they are still doing it.
Yeah.
So we have at least 5 or 7 years to do this if they can do it. So that's a good thing. And of course you have Rob Halford and Ozzy, and they keep on doing it. So
yeah. Brilliant.
You don't retire from this.
No, you don't. It doesn't seem like you do. It's until the end.
Till the end, yes.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. Good luck with the album release. Good luck with the tour. I hope everything goes well.
Thank you very much, and hopefully we can announce those UK dates soon, and we'll see you there somewhere.
Brilliant.